Hi everyone, Merry Christmas Eve. I have a real short video for you today. Sorry for those that like a longer one, but I don't have one. I don't have a lot to talk about, but I did want to touch base with you and show you what I've been working on. So I have a couple finishes, FFOs you would call them. One is punch needle and one is cross stitch. So first of all, the punch needle. This is a little Christmas pattern that I did. This is from the Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher magazine. And I'm sorry, I'm not sure of the designer, but it is in the current issue, the December Christmas issue. I put some flannel on the back and then I cut it here. It's just stuffed with fiberfill because it's just a hanging pillow. So I whip stitched the closing and then I put another piece of, hopefully that focuses there. I put a piece of flannel on the back to cover that and just whip stitch that in place. So this little, it's kind of a rope twine here. That is from Hobby Lobby that I got when it was half price. One thing you might notice, I've started to round my corners off instead of having a hard point there. And I find it easier to stuff them that way. This is done with Valdani on the dark red, and then the rest of it is DMC. It is not the called for colors, which I should have paid attention to that, but when I was doing the background, I was in Michael's getting the floss, and I just got what I thought was a tan. It's a little more of a taupey color, but it still works. I think it's very vintage looking, which is why I love it. And I just have that hanging on my dry sink cabinet. The other cross stitch I'm doing here, that's the back of it. And then this is the front. Or I'm sorry, not cross stitch, punch needle. And this is one that I finished last night. Same pattern. This is from With Thy Needle and Thread. So I'm doing these 3 mittens. This is out of print. You have to find it on the aftermarket from someone. It's copyrighted 2004. So it's that one. So these are going to be, they'll get a piece of wool sewn on the back, and then it'll be like a little pocket that you can put some greenery in. And there's that one again. Now, the third thing I'll show you is cross stitch. This is my FFO. It's the only cross stitch I have got to do since my last video, because as I've said before, I am a model puncher, and she's keeping me real busy with punch needle for a shop. So I don't get a lot of time to do my own things, but when I do, of course, the punch needle's a lot faster, and that's how I got this done. But I did manage to get this. This is a freebie pattern. It is done on 28 count even weave. Here's the package actually right in front of me. Irish linen, it says. And that's from Michael's. So that's what I did it on. I'm a beginner, so the last ones I did were 14 count Aida, and then I went up to this. And I do have to say, even with the Light, I got the floor lamp, the 1.75 magnifying floor lamp. And even with that, and using my bifocals, things still tend to get a little blurry after like an hour, so I'm still experimenting with that. I did take this with me to Dollar Tree and tried the reader glasses over top of my glasses. They didn't work for me. It was still easier to see it with just my bifocals. I backed this the same way as the Santa pillow. It is stuffed with sawdust, and then it was still a little kind of limpy. And I wanted it to be really full, so I opened it back up again, and then I stuffed some fiberfill in the back. Then I whip stitched it closed again, and then this is also flannel, put a piece of flannel on there, and then I wanted to stitch this because this is the year that I went back to counted cross stitch after like 40 some years. So I wanted to date that, so I would have it. And I had this trim that I had gotten at a thrift store, and I just put a little thin bead of hot glue on there and glued that. And this is a Hello from Liz Matthews pattern. It's a freebie from her website. And as you can see, I only did the bottom part. I did not do the whole thing. I'm a beginner and I'm trying just to do smalls until I get used to it. It is a freebie, and that's how it comes out. So if you go to her website, is hellofromlizmatthews.com. And this is a 2020 pattern, but again, that's a freebie. And it's just, you can see how small it is. I think it's like 7 inches long. It's not very long at all. So, and that's about it, guys. It is Christmas Eve. And it is bitter, freezing cold outside. We have a -2 wind chill. I just took the trash out to the dumpster and I bundled up really good, but my face was freezing just in that short walk. But it was also good just to get, you know, some fresh air in my lungs because I've been in the house for a few days. So I am not going anywhere this Christmas. I am staying home. It is just too cold. I'm in Tennessee. And I was supposed to go up to Pennsylvania with my little camper to see my sons, and I canceled it and rescheduled for March, so it should be warmer then. I did not want to be traveling in this weather, and God forbid, I mean, it's over 500 miles. If I broke down and sitting there waiting for a tow, it can be hours sometimes, and I just didn't want to take that chance. So we will just talk to each other on the phone, you know, maybe do the video chat. But let me know in the comments what you're doing this Christmas. Did you change your plans because of the cold? What are you doing to keep yourself busy? We have not lost power yet, thank God. Hopefully I don't, because I have electric heat pump. And this is what I am doing to keep me busy. I'm doing punch needle, and I have other patterns to do for this shop after this. And then hopefully, I think I will have some time to get some cross stitch done after that. And that's about it. So again, leave me in the comments. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you're doing to get through this cold blast that we're all getting. And what are you doing for Christmas? Did you change your plans any because of the cold or because of sickness? I know some people are pretty sick and have had to cancel plans because of that. I wish you all a Merry Christmas. Remember, Jesus is the reason for the season, and that's what's really important. Merry Christmas, everybody. God bless. Bye.